Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. What I do, what I do for you. I hope you're ready to go to school, get your books, get your lesson, get ready, because we about to get some education. I'm about to do what I do for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message story for life. I give life lessons. You tuning in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's ride. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual disciplines daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission to get all right thinkers to do just that. Know thyself. If you tuning in, lately you ain't been doing it, so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but it's okay. That's what I'm here to get you to do. Know thyself. Let's go. The question, do you know you? If you don't, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do. A person who knows not, knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, it's okay. They're asleep spiritually. Spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right think to know thyself and to my app. Be true. Today I'm in my book. Can't help it. I've been just having fun. So when I do that, that means I got a whole bunch of information I'm gonna try to get out to you. Again, I'm beating it up, but this is the book that I'm knowing there right now. I got a bunch of them surrounding me, but I picked one and find out something I think would be good. So that's what I did with this one. This one, right? Let's talk about the god Heru and his many forms, and he have a few different forms. Bet you didn't know that. Let's go. That's my goal, to give you something that you didn't already know. That's enlightening. All right, let me tell you about it. That's educating. All right, the god Heru and his forms. Let me show you right quick. This is him. You see the wing disc? You see the sign look like the dollar bill? Sound look familiar? We're gonna talk about it as we go. Okay? Try to enlighten you. Some nice, got a few pages of information here, so we try to get through it reasonable time. If I gotta break it down, spice it up, I do that, but it's good information. Let's go. The divinity Heru has many forms. Okay? Heru represents what? The rebirth of spiritual life. It's an aspect. It's the spirit that's in us. Please understand that. Aspirations for freedom. That's you wanting to be free inside of the spirit, inside the body. Aspires to what? Free itself so it can go home when the body ceases to exist. That's the concept. I'm just trying to break it down for you so you can understand it and put it in perspective. Then you can emulate it and use it for yourself. Let's go. Now, you got here the new life of what? The resurrected soul. Now, the Christians say that Christ was God in the flesh. You don't complain about that. But how was he just the only one? The Egyptians tell you that God is all of us. Heru is in all of us. That's the difference. So let's go. Now, Heru represents what? The resurrected soul of who? His father. Now, it's a union between spirit, which is what Asar represents, and creation, which is what Aset represents. You follow me? However, unlike Anpu, which is Anubis, who was, watch this, who also represents the union of what? Spirit, which is Asar. Spirit's still there. That's the male aspect. And now you got matter. Heru represents the higher aspect. Well, what happened here? What happened here? Okay. Unlike Anpu, who represents the union of spirit and matter, Heru represents the higher aspect of this union. Why? Because Aset is the embodiment of intuitional wisdom and truth, while Nephet, which represents what? Nature, the embodiment of nature, and the grosser physical elements, which are transient, meaning they show you Aset immortal, Nephet mortal. They go together like the yin and yang. And the serpents, that's them. Serpent power, that's them. The wings of Ujat for Heru, that's them. They represent a whole bunch of stuff. When you see wings and you see serpents, that's Nephet and Aset. Okay? Just give you a little heads up. So you will say, well, I thought that was that. They had many different aspects. And one idea for you to learn them and you understand why. That's the difference of self-mastery. When you learn who the God and goddesses are in your character aspects of who you are, you learn in yourself. That's the name of the game. That's the whole point. Watch this. Now you got Aset is embodiment of intuitional wisdom and truth, while Netbet is embodiment of nature and the grosser physical elements, which are what? Transient. That means it's going to run out. It ain't gonna last long. Aset, on the other hand, lasts into the next life. Again, she represents immortality. Nephet represents mortality. You can't have one without the other. Again, they never separate. They're always together. In this aspect, watch this. Heru represents what? The subtle spiritual realization of spirit and matter together, united and seen as one. Maybe because I understand the whole point is for you, the body, the conscious person, is to connect with your heart, which is the spiritual aspect of where God resides. Heart, mind, coherence. When they work together, you become who? Heru, was it Behedi or or Ujat, which represent the wing disc, all encompassing. And it says here, the wing disc is what? Composed of two serpents. Hello, I said, never that. A sun disc. It symbolizes Ra, manifesting as what? The dual principles Ujat, Aset, and Nebet is Nekhebet is Nephet. And watch this, the wings, they are the wings of Heru. That's them. Okay, the wings. Now you got the sun disc. Watch this. Then you got symbolized Heru, meaning what? This is an important symbol of Heru. Why? Because it means all-encompassing deity. He has the wings, he has the sun disc, and he got the Uranus. He ready to go. It was decreed, watch this, by who? Tahuti, that this symbol, watch this, be used over the doors of all the temples. Every door where you go over is going to show you the wing disc. I'll show you that sign. It's going to say, man, know thyself. That's you. You need to know that's you. And when you find that out, you'll understand. That's the key. Okay, now, the Jews, this concept, they use it to the day. Every Jew establishment you go into, they got the little thing on the doorpost. Why? Because it represented when the Pharaoh of Egypt claimed that the firstborn in every household should die. His son died. The Jews who put the blood, lamb's blood, on their door, on the post, death passed them by, so to speak. So symbolically, that's their savior. So they put that on all their business and all their houses got that. And inside it got a little scroll with their 613 laws. Everybody got concepts and views. So symbolically, they used this concept, but they took it and made it their way. Put a story with it, made it mean something to them. And now they good to go. Why? Because they got a concept that they can live with. That's the whole idea, being knowledgeable of yourself and your heritage and who and where you come from. You can represent yourself with pride and dignity. Not, well, I don't know who I am. I think we're from Africa. Maybe I'm from here. I don't know who I am. Know thyself. You won't have that problem. Moving on. Here you go. Sorry about that. Heru, watch this, is what? The rebirth of the spirit. This rebirth is not a physical birth. Did you hear that? This rebirth is not a physical birth from the womb, but a rebirth of what? Higher spiritual aspiration in what? The mind, as the desire for what? Enlightenment. We're given a brain to compute, to figure things out, to understand things. We're given consciousness and free will to be able to do it to our choice. And if you follow the truth, you will get to the destination that you want to go, which is enlightenment, knowing thyself. If you choose the other route, you're on your own. Moving on. Watch this. When you search in your desire to be enlightened, that's your spirit trying to get to back home. This means, watch this, that no longer is there just interest in what? Worldly pursuits. I'm at that point where I could care less about a whole bunch of stuff. Whereas at one time, I wanted a whole bunch of stuff. And that stuff went with them. So I'm not big on stuff. And when you are no longer interested in worldly pursuits, which was this, which are empty and really shallow, but a lot of us don't realize that till when? After. I got had it. I mean, you get it. You know, I really didn't need that. Okay, but that was your decision. Again, instead, watch this. There is what? A burning desire to face and conquer the lower self and regain the original glory and freedom of knowing and becoming one with what? Your higher self, aka Nihas or know thyself, Christhood, anointment, whatever it is. But you as an individual is something that's driving you, something that's making you want to know. I went back to Egypt 35 years ago. Something drove me there. And now something kept me there since. And that's all I've been doing. Never left. But what I got from that is a whole new concept of how to live, and it's working for me. So that's what I do. What I do. Hopefully it can work for you. I know it do work. Moving on. Watch this. Now, Heru. I keep telling you, I didn't profess Heru. Why? Because, like my man said in Superfly, I didn't want you shooting for it. If I say you Heru, first you're gonna say I'm Heru already. First time you learn something or think you got something, you swear you Heru. The work you got to put in to become Heru, that's why I save it for last. Why? Because that's what you do. I don't do that. You make that happen for yourself. Again, that's what teachers do. I get you to where you need to be and let you take over, and that's how you become self-mastery. Not through me. I just give you lessons. Moving on. I understand that. Heru regaining, watch this. Heru represents what? Regaining the throne of what? Upper and lower Egypt. Your body. Egypt. Higher self, lower Egypt. Lower self, upper Egypt. Why? Because they flipped it around. According to them, the Nile flowed north to south. So south is up and north is down. That's why I understand it. Oh, they got the world upside down. No, they got it right. They started. Y'all made it your way, so I understand that. But watch this. If Egypt symbolizes what? This. In doing so, he has what? Regained mastership, self-mastery of what? Your higher and your lower states of what? Consciousness. Thus, Heru, to enlighten you, represents the union, and watch this, harmonization of what? Spirit and matter, and renewed life of who? Asar. When you die, you're going to go meet him in spirit. He's God of the afterlife. He's not longer here. His son represents him here. That's us. Until we die and cross over, if we live right, we get to go to the Father. Sounds familiar. It ain't that hard. It ain't a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. I could just make it real simple for you. Sorry about that. Heru, listen, is the God of what? Light. So is that other guy. Before Heru is victorious in what? The Assyrian myth, he is a symbol of what? Dual nature of what? Humankind. They understand he's in the flesh now. Heru, in this aspect, watch this, represents the opposite forces that are within each of us. Lower nature, aka animal nature, passionate behavior as demonstrated by what? Cutting off our set's head. Look at another lesson there, we want to freak out. And the divine. what they're telling you here is your lower nature wants to be beastly. Your higher nature wants to be spiritual. Hmm. And the beastly nature will become subservient and serve the higher nature if you defeat him, conquer him. That's the Goliath in everybody's life. We Christians use David and Goliath. Whatever metaphor you can use or analogy you need to get somebody to get symbolically understand to get them doing something, use it. Don't use lies. I got a problem with lying to tell the point. No, lies, they never got nothing but more questions and more lies. So just tell them the truth and you can work with that. That's my concept for teaching young people. That's all I'm saying. And where we at. Now, you down here with when Heru represents passion behavior as demonstrated when he cut off his mother's head. That's when you get angry. That first action is never the right action. You're going to regret your first action if you don't think before you act. Prison's full of them guys. Graveyard for the people who couldn't control themselves, so they end up on the other end of that anger and that moment of, yeah, self-control, maintaining, to take you out of that whole. I'm not in the system. Why? I'm not doing nothing to get me in the system. I've been in the system. Oh, I don't like the system. So you need the system not going to change. You can change you. That's my point. So let's move on. Sorry about that. Where we at down here? Okay. Now, therefore, watch this. The real battle within each of us, not some of us, not most of us, in each of us, and not in the outer world of time and space. Understand that. We're moving on now to what they call Asar, Sokar, Heru, and Ra utilize what the symbol of the hawk. They keep saying hawk. If you know anything about the birds, you see that eye right there? The falcon had the teardrop. That's what separates them, but they're all on the, I understand falconius, whatever they are, predator birds, but we got the American eagle. They don't have falcons over there. We don't have the eagle. We got the falcon and the hawk, the osprey, big birds, wide wings, who hunt. Okay, so understand. And they using him. In ours, he got talons. He got arrows in one wing and something in the other. Him, he got the sign of eternity, which is the shin, the short little round thing with a bow on it. Then you got the that's life. Eternal life is what he brings, not destruction. No, that's y'all's concept. So let's just stop with that. So okay, now they use the hawk motif. Why? An animal, the hawk is an animal, watch this, which is swift. When they use the animal, they're using the gift that that animal has to represent us. You use that same gift as your character. So this is why you see them, the different animals. I'm breaking it down for you. And the hawk or the falcon was the baddest bird. Watch it. They use that to rectify or to signify your spirit. Watch. The hawk, which is swift and possess what? Sharpness and clarity of vision. Thus, the symbol of the hawk refers to what? The quality of higher development, intellectual capacity to see what is real, discernment, true and abiding, versus what? That which is false. And ignorant people don't know the difference. Fleeting and illusory. Ignorant people fall for what that is. Don't know what it is, but that's what they fall for. Watch this. Now, it's because of this quality of discriminative intellect that here you go, Ampu, which again, discernment, I know that, is considered as an aspect of Heru. Again, he's his big brother. Asar is a father. Aset is Heru's mother. Neptet is Ampu's mother. They brothers. I got brothers from him, from different mothers. We all got brothers from different mothers. Okay, same father. There you go. The principle, I said, now the principles of mystical spirituality as represented by Set, Mayat, and Tahuti, order, Mayat, justice and peace, love, contentment, righteousness, reciprocity, action, study, and reflection of what? The teachings by what? Meditating on the divine, etc. If you have a daily routine that you follow. And when you go into a monastery or anywhere you go with a controlled environment, that's what they do. They give you a regimen. Prayer, meditate, fulfill your obligations, work out, do your chores, and you do that after a while, it becomes habit forming. And I say that I ain't going to the monastery. I'm gonna live right here amongst everybody else and just do what I do. You can do it too, trust me. And what happened? This leads toward what? The truth. Wow, the egoistic values of society. I don't follow the trend. I don't follow the crowd. I could care less about the masses. Why? I know myself. I know what I'm doing. I could care less what you're doing. If you think, because there's a lot of y'all that we don't know, you know anything about anything. If you're going with the crowd, wherever the crowd going, go the other way. Now, if your egoistic values of society, watch this, as represented in what? In the character of set, your ego, you are greedy, you're hateful, you're angry, you lust for things, you are relentless in the things that you desire. Lower nature, pleasure, satisfaction for the self. That's what it's all about. And if you don't raise your conscious level, you're going to stay here in this dimension as being recycled spirit. Why? Because it didn't get enlightened. To go the right thing philosophy to get you to enlighten yourself so you can go home. Yeah, I sell in heaven. I'm not selling heaven. I'm just telling you how you need to do or what you need to do here to get there. If not, you're going to stay here. Simple as that. Your choice. And watch this. And what it leads to is falsehood, pain, suffering, disappointment, and most of all, frustration of repeating the same thing over and over again. That's in this lesson. I'll be back. I got more forms of Heru. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm enjoying giving it.